When traveling with Shinkansen, the first thing you need to do is get an ekiben.
Which was a really small store but had loads of food. It was really packed, as you can see. So many varieties of different food, mostly like with rice and a piece of meat. And yeah, we both got like 2 ekiben each, and you can get a drink as well. I think we got a few drinks.
Yeah, so we saved our ekibens until we were on the train, obviously, because our train ride from Tokyo to Osaka was a 2-hour train ride. So here we have our first ekiben. I believe this was Cheshire's ekiben.
Yes, this was the chicken karagi with rice and a bit of, I think it was egg in that little cup in the top right corner. Can't remember. It was okay. It was fine. But I preferred this one, which was the yakitori chicken with rice and egg. This was a lot better than the karagi, which is weird because I would have preferred chicken. Like fried chicken is always my favorite, but this was a lot better.
I also got this one and a beef one, and this one was really, really good. If you have to get an ekiben and this chicken skewer one is there, I would definitely recommend getting it.
And now here we are at the Hotel Accordia in Osaka, which was a lovely little hotel. It was a 3-star hotel, and the rooms were really nice in size and was pretty clean. They give you bathrobes. I think it's a thing in Japan or maybe in East Asian countries, they give you bathrobes. Because I saw people wearing them. Like, I'm not really going to be wearing these bathrobes, but I saw other guests wearing them.
So after checking into our hotel, or at least dropping off our luggage, we went outside and just looked around the area and what was in the area. I think this might have been a school or university we passed by, we're not sure, but we took some footage of us just strolling around the area. As you can see, we found a Shake Shack. And then we went to Dotonbori at night because we saw a lot of people in our research, a lot of people saying that if you go to Osaka, Dotonbori at night is something you need to do.
And we found ourselves a Parco. And here we found a few stores. So we had the Lego store, which I don't think was in Tokyo. I can't remember. But there was also a Godzilla store, which was definitely not in Tokyo. So that was cool. Well, at least I didn't find a Tokyo Godzilla store, so I was really happy there.
We also found the Studio Ghibli store with really nice figurines you could take pictures with. As you can see, there's a Totoro outside. On the other side, there's another figurine that I think I tried to get a picture of it. And I don't know if you have a picture of it, but when I tried to get a picture of the other figurine, someone just stepped in front of me.
And here's a photo of us, no face, sitting on a train with him. That was really cool. I'm really glad we got this photo.
We found a Snoopy Town shop. How do you find the Snoopy Town shop?
Obviously a big fan of Snoopy. Good clothes there, good selection of figurines and memorabilia, and also like even daily stuff like plates and stuff, which is cool. So I got a few shirts. But I really like the Snoopy store. Loads of nice stuff. There's quite a lot. There's a Snoopy store in Universal Studios, and they have different stuff. So just keep an eye. Like if you see something in Universal Studios and you like it, get it, because this store won't have it, and vice versa.
We also found other shops, like little name brands like Bear School, which I'm not sure what Bear School is, but it seemed cute. A lot of it is like very, very cute. And right across of it, of course, is a kiddie land with a bunch of different things that are also very kawaii.
And this is Shin-chan, which is a Japanese cartoon, really popular for like obviously the Japanese locals. I'm not really familiar with it, being from the UK, but yeah, they had a whole store for it, and yeah, really nice designs. There's a Capcom store, of course, a big fan of Street Fighter, and Monster Hunter. I'm not a big fan, but they had a lot of memorabilia for that.
And then we went back out on the streets of Osaka and just strolled around and had a look around. It was very lovely, you know, like Really, really lovely. Really lovely.
And it was really nice at night. Like, I would say compared to Tokyo, it wasn't as congested as it would be. Tokyo's very cramped, so loads of smog and pollution, but Osaka was had a bit more fresher vibe, and the roads were more spaced out.
And one thing that you need to keep in mind, if you do plan to visit Osaka, what I found personally is in Tokyo, it's a lot quieter. Like, the people are a lot more quiet, and maybe it's because we were out at night in Osaka that we found it to be more loud, but the people were very boisterous, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just very different from Tokyo. So here we are at Dotonbori, at the actual streets. We're going towards one of the most iconic things, the Running Man, as you can see here in the background.
And the Asahi beer, which you can also see at some point on the left. But yeah, this place was really packed, and as Alice said, it's quite loud. Not in a bad way, like it's very lively. I guess that's the best way to describe it. But it's really cool. I really liked it. I could spend like days upon days.
And here we have the 29th to 30th of July. We went to Universal Studio. We're not going to talk too much about it here because we're making a video on it separately, but just mentioning it because that day isn't going to be here. 31st of July, Pokemon Cafe. Took ages to book. We managed it. Also going to be another video. So we went to Hosenji Temple in Dotonbori. It's just tucked away in like a little side street.
And as we said, like, Dotonbori is so loud and lively. The moment you walked here, it's like silence, like everything, just sound disappears. And of course it's a temple, people being very respectful, but it's such a massive change. The moment you step in, it's just crazy, because it's still outside. And yeah, it was a very peaceful place and really nice. Like, felt like, oh yeah, I'm looking back at cultural things of Japan rather than the commercial side, which is what Dotonbori is like.
You want to tell a bit about the dinner we got that night?
So I booked something I found on TikTok, which when I told my colleagues in Japan I was going to do, like, oh, such a cliche tourist thing. So here you can fish for your own food, like live fish. And so you can fish for your own food, and then you can pick how you want them to be cooked. It kind of sounds very barbaric now I'm saying it out loud, but it's kind of a cool experience. I mean, I'd never experienced it anywhere else in Europe.
And then you have to choose how you want it made. Choose how you want it made from over here.
How do you do it?
I chose breaded.
Okay.
But you can choose these.
Probably breaded, yeah.
How do you feel?
Feel it.
Evil?
Yeah, go to fish so much. Oh well.
That's how fish are made. Thank you for your sacrifice, fish. You were very delicious.
I kind of regret that I didn't try any other way. Like, we just got deep fried fish, but I think we wanted to be a bit careful because we weren't really sure how sanitary it was. But it was really nice in the end, and even though it was a touristy thing, when we do go back to Japan, I want to do it again and try a different style of cooking and also try a different style of fish. But it was a little bit unsanitary the way fish were kept. Like, there was dead fish in the pool areas or where they were, so yeah, just a note on that. It smells like fish in here.
I wonder why. So now we go from July to August. Of course you gotta start your day well, so we found this place. It turned out to be a university campus, I think, or like a place where people were studying, and just randomly on the second floor they had this place that served breakfast. Really nice breakfast, really nice drinks, but kind of randomly placed. And so after we had breakfast, we went to the Namba Jinja because we wanted to see Namba Jinja.
Although Namba Jinja wasn't actually what I wanted to see, but it was really nice, beautiful temple, again very quiet and everyone being very respectful, but the architecture was really nice. The weather, we lucked out, so we can spend a bit more time outside looking at all the rocks, which sounds weird, but all the places where there are different designs of statues and things of that nature, like this rock here. This statue was really nice.
And then we found Namba Yasaka Shrine. I think this was actually the shrine we were looking for, because this one is on the whole "you need to see this if you go."
I remember when I was looking up stuff for Japan, I found a TikTok about this place, and the video was like saying, oh, you have to be here between 6 and 10 AM because afterwards that's when all the tourists comes in. So just to note, it's absolute BS. This is it at 2 PM in the afternoon, and as you can see, there's probably maximum 20 people. So you will have enough space, enough time to look at the area, take a nice photo, and enjoy it. So
it's crazy. They told us to come at 6:30 in the morning for this. Yeah.
Like a supermarket.
So after walking down the streets or the side streets of Dotonbori, we came across a comic book store, and this one was a bit different to the ones in Tokyo. It looked a bit more old school. I think there's a lot of like less popular anime or mangas available in this one, which is cool. There was a lot of manga, but what are you gonna do? But it had this typical, I forgot what that was called. What's that one called? I bought you that one.
Oh yeah, yeah, like your typical standards romance.
No. What was that one called? I bought you that one.
Yeah, the Horimiya. Horimiya. Yeah, it had typical things as well.
So and it had One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, so all the standard ones, and also like niche ones, which is cool. And it went on for like eons. Look at these aisles; they just went on, and it's just all manga, which was really cool.
Out on the streets again, we found some takoyaki, which we tried because we really wanted to try it. What did you think of it?
Well, Osaka is supposed to be famous for the takoyaki, and I think maybe we were tourist trapped. I don't know. This is where we went to one where loads of people were at, and it was fine. It was quite squishy. I don't know how to describe it. It's like really creamy. I think it's meant to be that texture, which for me it's not my favorite texture. I don't like really squidgy, like sludgy things, so it wasn't the best for me.
Yeah, it was alright. Found another little shrine. Like, this was a tiny one, just in the streets. After finding that little shrine, we went inside a game store where we found this guy playing the game Mei, and he was really on fire.
Like, not literally on fire with his skull head, we just did that to conceal his identity. But yeah, when I saw him, I was just like, dude, this guy was so focused, and as you can see, just really good. The game is a lot of fun. If you find Mei, just definitely play it in your wherever you are. It's one of the best games. If I was rich, I would have one in my house. It's such a fun game to play. Next up, we found a video game store, and at the top, as you can see, there's loads of more video games, which I didn't expect to see on a PlayStation 5. But most of the games were pretty standard. You get in the West, Cyberpunk was really popular, and all that.
And then it's the next day. We started our day out well again by going to Elk. If you are in Osaka, definitely go to Elk.
Yeah, Elk is definitely one that is not talked about on Instagram, and I don't know why. Like, it's not talked about much on social media, and I don't know why. It's probably one of the best places I've eaten in Japan overall. Like, the pancakes were absolutely amazing, and the drinks were really good.
Oh, do be aware they only take cash. And we just walked around some more.
Yeah, near Elk there was like loads of these little markets and little side streets, which is really cool. Like, kind of if you're from London, you know, like Camden type style, like small independent shop, which is cool. And yeah, we found this street that had loads of figurines and just shops upon shops of just figurines, which was really cool. I didn't buy any, which I don't know, maybe when I go back I might buy some, but yeah, it was really cool. Like, just old school anime and new school anime, it's just so much. And Disney.
Yeah, and so a lot of unique figures. Not all of them were big. There were also some smaller ones. But again, make sure you have cash, because this one only took cash as well. Like, I found a really cute Cardcaptor Sakura figurine, but we didn't have cash, so it's like, oh, I couldn't get it. And we never... I think we just ended up walking around a lot, because we just wanted to see everything. Like this immersive museum I found. It's just called Immersive Experience Osaka, I believe, with a lot of paintings from the imperialism. And you just sit and they play this really cool music with these paintings just moving as you're sat there enjoying them.
Yeah, this was really fun and really surprising. Again, this is not stuff that you would find on social media, like you have to go to, like Team Labs. But I really recommend it. It's really like innovative.
That was pretty much what we got to do that day. And then, yeah, we went back. We spent a lot of time in this museum, to be fair. It was also warm outside, so it was welcome change. The day after, we had to take the Shinkansen back from Osaka to Tokyo because we had to fly back from Tokyo on the 4th. And we were at Osaka station early enough that we saw the workers change directions of the seats, and this is something they do so you don't drive backwards, and it was so cool to see. And there was a panda bear in our hotel.
Conveniently, next to our hotel was Ueno Park, so we were in Ueno, and Ueno Park was really beautiful. I really liked it. At nighttime, definitely go here. But there was a little summer festival going on, but it wasn't much. It was just food, really nothing really cultural as much. But no, it was a really nice park.
Yeah, we found out the day after that the festival they're setting up in the background was a friendship festival between Pakistan and Japan. And yeah, just a food festival. Across this little place was the Tokyo National Museum, I believe it's called.
Yep, it was the Tokyo National Museum. Really nice museum. First of all, just beautiful landscape and very much work. It was super hot this day, so we just need to go inside. But this was a really good place to go inside into. Loads of the typical things you'd see in a national museum in Tokyo. Temples, samurai swords, historical imagery, Buddhism. So really nice museum. Again, not much you'd see in the West, so it's a very nice welcome. This was my favorite model.
Yeah, and on the back side it had an outside area where somehow you could get into this park. We never quite figured out how to get into the park because we got to the museum at, was it 12:30 or 1 p.m. or something, and the museum itself closed at 2, so we grabbed some lunch somewhere else, and later at night we went out again, and again, near our hotel, we found this park, Ueno Park, and just took a stroll, and we saw some lights in the distance. We were like, what is this? What is going on? So we went towards it, and found a shrine.
There was these massive fields of, I guess, rice pads or rice?
I think it's lily pads.
Lily pads, yeah, lily pads. Sorry, rice pads. What are those? But no, this temple was absolutely beautiful, which you've seen a bit. It was really nice. I mean, such a beautiful, clean shrine. Like the art style was just so well done, and the architecture in general of the actual temple was just amazing.
If you're ever in Ueno, you need to hit up this park, and I think definitely go at night. Just the lights are so beautiful.
Looks so clean and
yeah, they take good care of them. I think most shrines are relatively old.
I'm actually too big for this. I'm actually too tall.
Not Cheshire being too tall for Japan. Anyways, here's some pictures on our way back.
Last day before we went to our flight, we decided to just look around a bit more. This is the Natural History and Science Museum nearby, and we didn't have time to go in, so we just had a stroll around. It was very busy actually, and it doesn't look busy here, but it was quite busy in the morning. So definitely go there early, because I think there are lines to get into these museums.
I think this was the last bit of strolling around we got to do before we went to our airport. Like, we found out our hotel, you could extend the stay until 2 p.m. so we did that because we had a late flight and we didn't want to lug our suitcases around. So yeah, we got a bit of strolling done before we had to go back from Japan, but definitely want to go back to Japan again sometime. It is such a beautiful country.
Thank you guys so much for watching our video.
If you liked our video, make sure to give it a like. And if you like what we do, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell.
See you guys in the next one.
Bye!